Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So last night I went to see a Kimbra concert and it was awesome. She has so much energy, it blew my mind. I was like, how are you still jumping and dancing and so excited and you have asthma? This is what? For any of you who don't know who Kimbra is, I think the best way to describe her is she's that girly voice on somebody that I used to know. And assuming that you've heard that song, I would be shocked if you hadn't. You should know that her other songs, her like solo songs, are great. So it was a really, really fun concert to go to, although typically I prefer shows that have like a mosh pit, but this group was not, that was not gonna happen. So for gaming news, any of you who have been interested in the indie game The Unfinished Swan, I have been so excited about this game. To remind you of what it is, it's the game where you're in a completely blank world, but you're able to sling paint around. So whatever the paint lands on is something that you're able to see. So that's how you navigate through the world, and it's been really interesting. I love seeing the gameplay and the trailers. And now we have a release date. So it's coming out the 23rd on PSN for US, and it's coming out the 24th for Europe. Anybody who has PlayStation Plus, you'll be able to play the game a week ahead of time, so utilize that. And it's funny because I've been looking for prices for a while now, and the only place that I can find a price is on Eurogamer. So I only know in pounds it's $9.99 and in euro it's $12.99. I don't know US dollars, but if you know the conversion rate, you can maybe guess at it. Either way, I'm so jacked to play this game. I'm really glad that we finally have a date. It's gonna be exciting. Another cool piece of news, any of you have been excited about Notch's newest product. I have no idea how I'm supposed to say it, so I'm not even gonna attempt. 0x10C. 0 times 10 to the C. Rather than putting out like a trailer or a hype video to remind you that it even exists, I mean, they've been having a few hiccups here and there, but rather than doing that, they put up a test video. So it kind of shows you Notch like messing with the physics of the game. It's supposed to be like a space adventure game. At this point, it just looks like Minecraft without textures. But I don't know, it's interesting to watch. More than anything, it's good for people to see gameplay. Also, if you know how to say the name, you should totally write it out phonetically in the comments section. Any of you who play Skyrim on your PS3, you've probably been a little bit upset that the original DLC pack just never came out for you, and really, we have no idea when it'll ever come out for you, and now they're about to put out their second DLC pack for everybody, and again, no idea when that's gonna happen for PS3. Dawnguard was supposed to come out for PS3 like 3 months ago, and now we have Hearthfire coming out, and I think everybody's just a little bit fed up, because it sounds like, I mean, yes, they're owning it, they're taking responsibility for it and saying, I'm sorry, we'll update you when we can, we realize that this isn't Sony's fault, it's not the PS3's fault, it's our fault. And not that they owe us a really detailed explanation, but for the most part, their reasoning has been very vague. It's just, well, the performance isn't good enough. And they've said that the performance would be fine for most people, but there's like a small percentage of people that it would just not work for at all. It's interesting because comparing this situation to the situation with Fez, it's like, oh, well, they just refuse to release it until they know it's gonna work for everybody. And yes, that's upsetting to a lot of people, but at the same time, if they had just said, well, screw those people, it's not gonna work for, whatever, that would have been an upsetting situation as well. But either way, if you're on Steam, you can now get Hearthfire for Skyrim. So yay! As a final bit of news, in October, they are putting Final Fantasy XIV back into alpha. They're calling it Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn, which it sounds like the game got overhauled to the point that it's entirely different. It's like a completely new game. So I'm okay with them being like, you know, let's just give it a new title, basically. They're going to be doing stress tests, they're going to test the system as much as they can, they're going to do this all very gradually and very slowly, and make sure that they don't have the exact same issues that happened before, because that would be so upsetting to everyone involved. I'm gonna be so curious to see what this is like. It's gonna be really interesting to see how different it is, and also to see if it just works at all. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. If you would like to phonetically spell out the name of Notch's new game for me in the comment section, I'd really appreciate that. Also, if you'd like to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an amazing week and a good Friday, and I will talk to you guys again on Monday. Bye-bye. Mwah. This group was not, that was not gonna happen.